Okay, this is movie number 4, and I'll try to get it right this time. This is the engine out of the Mustang. I have it apart, and from what I can tell, it looks very original. And in fact, probably is the right motor for the car, probably is the motor that came in the car, I should say. First thing I noticed was that it had the original rope seal still in it for the rear main seal. The bearings all look really good. The thrust bearing shows a little wear, but for a 70,000 mile 4-speed car, the crankshaft shoving in that direction on it, usually every time you push in the clutch, that's pretty typical, and as you can see, not quite so much wear on that side of the thrust bearing. But everything looks really good. Camshaft was a royal pain to get out because the lifters are very crusty and do not want to move. I mean, do not want to move. But I was able to get the pistons out relatively easily. There is not much of a ridge at the top of the cylinders at all, and the engine inside is very clean, which means somebody took good care of it. They changed the oil very frequently. And back in those days, the oils weren't that good, so they leave a lot of wax, and that's where all the detergent oils came from to clean all that stuff up. Date codes. Okay, I got this wrong the last time I looked at it, but what you will see is that it's a 1964 casting. And the date code, which is the part above the C4OE, says that it is 1964, July and 13. So the 13th of July casting is a 5-bolt block. So it's the correct block for the car. I'm going to call it original. Alright, before the battery goes dead, we're running out of battery. Said I had a good one. I've welded up some of the areas, got the splits, hammered them all out. It looks great now. We made a lot of progress, and I think we're good to go with spraying a little primer on this to keep the rust from going any farther. And you know, that's okay. We're going to fix that later, but we've got a lot to do and need to order some parts to go much farther. But now at least everything is straight and solid underneath, and I can start hanging fenders back on it so I can see exactly, you know, what needs to be replaced and what doesn't need to be replaced. So I think that's pretty important. No need to start doing repairs now. I just needed to get everything straight so that the sheet metal will line up when I try to put this all together. I did get the other fender apart and notice that it is original equipment. It's the original fender. So as much as I hate to put a replacement one on, I may just do that, because looking at sectioning this in, which is thoroughly nasty, and then fixing that rust that I showed you earlier up there would be a lot of work. I may do it, but I think it would take the better part of a day, and you know, I just don't have that many days. So if I can find an original fender with a date code stamping that is fairly close to this one, and this one was right on another, I think this one was 613. I couldn't, where did it go? It's somewhere around here. But it appeared to be the original fender, and it is the original fender. But that's just a lot of work right there, and I don't really feel like sectioning all that stuff in. It's a royal pain. And then there's some corrosion on the rest of the fender that, you know, who knows how long it's good for. But crankshaft, camshaft, getting back to engine stuff, all look really good. And I'm inclined to keep the cam, but I may replace it in the lifters. I'm going to have to replace the lifters because driving them up and out of the way, I'm sure they were damaged. So that's it. That's video number 4. This thing is ready to start hammering back together and see how everything fits, so we know what we need to change and what we need to buy. Thanks.